Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to the episode of our Let's Play for Motorsport Manager. This is our second season in the World Motorsport Championship, and this is our last episode of the second season. We are got 2 races up today, and that is it. But yeah, I mean, things have been going pretty good this season, surprisingly well. My target for the season was 9th, only because 8th was not an option. It was either 9th, 7th, or 10th, I think, something like that. And I wasn't feeling courageous enough to go for 7th, so I went ahead and picked 9th, and we're 3rd. Now, part of the reason we're 3rd is that just before the beginning of this season, we got I don't know if it's an event or just something I don't think it's a guaranteed, but just something popped up. I think I've heard somebody say maybe every 10 years or so, something like around about there, they do this thing where they take all the cars, and it maybe have something to do with somebody getting max value on some parts or something like that. But they take the cars in the top league and they just smush them all together. Basically, they just kind of normalize them to some degree. And so coming into this season, where we were way behind last season, maybe pretty far behind a lot of the other cars, by smushing everything together, we obviously got a bit of an advantage there because we were a lot closer to some of those top teams. So by developing a few parts, we were able to jump up a bit. So that's primarily what happened. Getting a couple halfway decent drivers, I'm sure, helped a lot as well. Wilson here is 3rd place. Liversedge is currently 10th. Not too bad for somebody who's still developing. He's still 20 years old. He's got a lot of room to develop up and get better. So overall, that combination of things has really helped us out. Now, we do have last place drivers right now, and that's primarily because our backup driver is really, really bad. But I don't want to break the contract and pay him $3 million or anything like that. And so I'm hoping he'll just leave on his own. But if not, we'll hold on to him until his contract comes up, and then we'll get a definite reserve driver at that point. So that's kind of where we're at. So like I said, we got 2 races left. Got Dubai today, and then what was that? Something in China. Excuse me. My apologies for the yawn. Beijing in China. So that'll be our last race. So 2 more races. Let's just jump into the episode. Let's get going. I'm excited to finish this season, see where we're at. Sure, we'll take an interview. Had to apologize. No, if you're standing on the podium, you should expect to get soaked. I don't care if that makes the chairman unhappy. It's true. They're having a party up there, guys. Calm down. All right, let's go check out our pit crew. We do have somebody who's burnt out. We've just kind of been using them because I didn't really want to hire somebody else right away. But it's very likely we're going to need to hire somebody else now. It's actually not a bad driver. Not a bad person here. 97 and some 14s, 13s, 12s. I mean, that's compared to what we were getting before, being able to build them all the way up to 20s. It's definitely worse, but not terrible. Let's check out the mistake percentages. If this guy's mistake percentage is still one of the lower ones, strangely enough, then we may hold on to them for a little bit longer, quite frankly. Let's see, we got a 1.1 here. We got a 1.7 here. Looks like the next highest is a 0.8 and another 0.8. All right, and he literally would be the next person to drop. This guy right here. But I kind of just want to hold on to it for just a little bit longer. I mean, at the same time, though, I don't want to lose that person. That's actually probably one of the better people we're going to find. So do I just go ahead and hire them now? And just drop this guy out of the way? Well, let's see what we can get here, and let's see what way he can plug into. So we're going to grab 2 20s there. We've got a 19 and a 20 there. That's going to be awesome. 18, 20, 13, and 15 there is about as good as it's going to be, it looks like. And then we got an 18, and then there's 3. So if we brought this guy in, I mean, he'd be better on the fixing, but that's about all he'd be. And we don't really need the fixing this late in the game. So I'm going to roll the dice, so to speak, and hope that he sticks around for one more. Does it say how long? I wish it would say how long he would stick around for. Oh well, we'll go with this. And I mean, because we're not going to need the fixing, so I'm okay with having the burnt out person here. Low mistake percentage chance anyway. Low-ish. I mean, 0.7 is not great, but for something that we're probably not going to be taking advantage of, I'm okay with that. All right, we'll go with this. And let's go check out. We're building something already, so we'll go ahead and continue until that gets done. Our car repairs are about to be done. Not quite done. Not sure why it paused us. There's the car repairs finished. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Man, kind of had didn't sleep very well last night, so I apologize if I don't have a lot of energy right this second. Hopefully I start getting a little bit more, but that also probably is part of why I'm yawning all of a sudden. I normally only yawn during my football manager games, but now I'm yawning during my motorsport manager games, probably because of the sleep. All right, so we got this suspension coming in, and we got a new suspension coming in after that. Are these going to be our two best ones? It looks like it will be. So getting a little bit more on this one, I guess, is okay. But I do definitely want to start focusing a bit more on performance. Really trying to get these things maxed out as much as possible going into next season. All right, there's a new suspension. Well, before I do anything else, let's plug that one in, because we know that one's going to be good. And try to get as much into it as possible. We'll start like this, but honestly, as soon as this thing gets up to about 70-75%, we may drop that one off. And really start, I really need to get this performance up before the end of the season, but it's not going to be easy. I mean, it definitely helps having those brakes maxed out like we did. The engine's maxed out, that's obviously very helpful. I mean, we've got a lot of really good parts going into next season. All right, we'll go as is. I don't think there's anything else I want to make. I mean, we're only got 2 races left. Anything else we build is going to be really hard to get maxed out. I don't know if I said that last episode or not, because I don't remember what I was planning last episode. But, because it's actually been a couple days since my last episode. But, taking what I can see right now, I feel like the better option would be to hold off. Yeah. Save our money. Let's check. We're up to 72%. I'm going to go ahead and drop that out of there and see if get a little bit of stuff into this one. 7 days. So in 12 days, it's going to go up. It's going to go up quite a bit, actually. You might be able to stop it here in a second again. Definitely monitor it a little bit further. Okay, stop there. Let's see what it looks like. 61, a little bit more, a little bit more. I do want to check drivers real quick. Not drivers, scouting. Okay, I was going to say, I bet we have a bunch of new drivers to scout at this point. We'll get those going. I might have had them last episode, and I know I checked a couple episodes ago. I just don't remember the last time I checked. Oh, no, go back. Tons of drivers, actually. Lots of young drivers, too, which is really cool. Hopefully we get some good ones. Okay. Really just trying to fine-tune this last little bit here. 68%, maybe one other day or so. Alright, let's try that. Alright, 72. That's good. So we're going to go and plug in all the pieces that still need a little bit of improvement. And well, I'll say all the pieces. As many pieces as we can. And then, but we're going to focus purely on performance at this point. Because these will just get a trickle of something. It's fine. It's not much, but it's going to get something. Honestly, we don't even need that one up there. And quite frankly, that one too. We'll just start with those few. All right. I mean, yes, we've been getting some good results in races. I don't know that I'm bold enough to go third or above here, quite frankly, especially since we haven't been getting any qualifying. So if we got the third or above in race and that was it, and we didn't get the qualifying one, we'd only get $600,000. If we get both, because it's 7th or above, we get $600,000. It's more guaranteed in case something comes up. So we'll go with the $600,000 Play Sports for now. But it's possible we could have gone for that one and risked it. But, well, I mean, no, we're not going to risk it. You still hate your car, huh? So funny. So funny. All right, those two look good. Those two look good. Those two look good. 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 And you can have that part, and you can have that part. And y'all are, well, you're at least breaking even 0, and you're ecstatic about your car because you think your car is better than yourself, or is equal to yourself. So funny. I don't understand sometimes. It's all right. We'll take it as it comes and just deal with it. All right, come on. Would love to find a new driver. I mean, if I find a really good backup driver, I might go ahead and bite the bullet on get rid of our reserve driver. We'll see. All right. I mean, at least this feedback is still mostly okay. Obviously, it's dropped off a lot since we started the season, but I mean, it's not terrible. Any hints here? All right, looks like it's going to be closer to the middle there. Honestly, probably closer to the right-hand side here. Kind of close to the middle, so. Probably leave the downforce where it's at. Handling we'll put over there. Speed bounce probably stay right about where it's at. Super softs. Downforce, probably where it's at. Handling moved over a little bit. Speed bounce probably stay where it's at. And super softs. All right, it's a pretty good start actually. I can live with that. 91%, yeah, I can definitely live with that. Downforce, I don't know, we're just gonna take a guess, something like that. Handling went off a little bit, speed balance went off a little bit, so that's probably good enough for now. And we'll send you out there, and you can actually stay out there for a bit. Val's only 88%, so we'll bring him back in. I don't know, we'll just send off a little bit on the downforce, handling a bit more, speed balance a bit more, something like that. Probably not that much, actually. Just something like that. We'll bring him back in real quick. Triple greats. So we went the right direction on the handling and speed balance. It's good to know. Downforce, it's hard to say. We'll go a little bit more. And then handling went from good to great. And the speed balance went from good to great. So probably something like that. And then you can stay out this time. We'll bring Wilson back in. No rain today or anything. That's good. We'll bring her back in once we get about halfway to level 3. This may not give us much time to get qualifying, to be honest. Yeah, it's really not going to be any time, is it? Honestly, we're just going to leave them out. Just going to leave them out. We'll make any adjustments we need to in qualifying. They barely got it. 1 minute left in the session. Wow. Barely got it. That means she probably got a little bit worse, actually. It also doesn't help that his feedback is so much lower than it used to be. All right. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. Grab whatever we can. Gonna have any rain today? No rain today. Alright, so downforce actually did get a little bit worse. So we know it's to the left of that. Which looks like about there. Handling did not get much better. We did get an excellent on the speed balance, so we know where that is. And then handling, that might be pretty close actually. Something like that maybe. Yep, that's good. And then you actually went down. Good, okay, so we definitely rolled the downforces to the left there. A bit. And then handling. I mean, we obviously know it's got to go that direction. Speed balance went from great to great. It's actually hard to tell which direction it needs to go, but we'll go that way. Bring it back a touch. And we'll try that. Let's just give us more information before the race itself. This might be one of the lowest percentages we actually have going into the race. Well, actually, if we are going to get third or above on qualifying, then yeah, I'll definitely wish we had taken the third or above. Wow, she did. Ooh, that bodes well. First in qualifying. And then Liver's Edge picking up an 8th, which actually is not bad for him. That is really awesome. Really? You think I'm spending too much money on helicopters and jacuzzis, and I've got a first place car? I think you weren't watching the qualifying, were you? I also think that's just a random message, so it's not that big of a deal. We'll grab super softs and race trim. We will grab... I don't know that we need nurse. Yep, grab super soft and race trim. Triple excellent. Awesome. Could try and squeeze in a little bit more on the downforce, but honestly 98% is really, really good. Okay, so 19 laps. We're going to get a big chunk of it out of... Actually, most of it off our super softs, which is insane. Technically, we could do it all in one set of tires, but we're going to have to come in and pit in for fuel anyway. So no, we'll go with this. Super softs, that's going to be good. And then for you, I'm assuming the same thing. Definitely could have done it on a pair of super softs. There might actually be enough left on these super softs to do a pair. It's hard to tell. Nah, it's going to be too close. I think we're going to have to do softs and super softs. So for that reason, we're going to start on the softs with him. Just let him go a little bit further. And just bring him back in when his fuel kind of warrants it. You don't have to go too careful on the tires this time, which is awesome. And the temperature is actually pretty warm, so it's going to be really hard to keep the temperature in anyway. But we can go pretty aggressive on tires. Come on, Wilson. Show me what you got, girl. Oh, we're getting past already. That is not what you got. And we got to be a little bit careful going full 100%, but we do have 100% on the engine, so even without nurse, I think we're going to be okay. Come on, guys. All doing really good. It's a good start. I mean, 8th place is exactly where he started, so that's nothing wrong with that. 2nd place, oh, there you go. She got caught up a bit. Let's see if she can push that lead now. Push that lead. The tires are warming up very slightly. We might be able to stay on yellow for quite a while. We'll go until she gives us the message. Now here comes second place. He's catching up again. Okay, yep, that's the message. Drop down to conserve. Yep, there you go. So far, so good. I mean, Liver's Edge is top of the next set of tires, so that's really, really good to see. So that tells me that maybe his second stint will be really solid. Alright, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit for this middle bit. Really keep an eye on the tires, the fuel, and everything. She's pushing her lead a bit more, which is awesome. Alright, she's dropped down enough. I think we'll go back up to neutral. Alright, she's definitely going to tell us to change tires before her fuel runs out, which is good. Oh, that's sad, actually. He was doing really good, honestly. I mean, not much we can do about it, so it is what it is. Looks like it was not a major crash, so hopefully he's not injured or anything. And that's harsh. That is harsh. I'm going to drop down to conserve. Should be getting the message for swapping tires here in a moment anyway. Yep, there we go. Probably could have pit right there actually, but that's okay. Only 9 laps left. I mean, it's so close on these super softs. But if she's got the lead, I don't know that we need to push it. Let's just go to the softs. It's going to be okay. And then, how's our part condition? Engine's dropping a bit. We might have to drop down to orange. So let's just go 8.8 laps, about 9 laps of fuel. Plan to drop down to orange. Will give us a tiny bit more if we need to push for 1 lap. Can we fix this in time? I don't think we can afford it, unfortunately. I did change tires, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, so she came out in 6th. Not bad. Let's go up to push right now. We are going to drop down to orange, though. And hope that's good enough. She's actually up to 5th now. And everybody ahead of her has to pit. Okay, she's still 4th. She's actually gaining some ground here. We can go pretty crazy on these tires, actually. I don't have to play it super safe. And I'll just go down to neutral for right now. Just buy us a tiny bit of time, but she's about to give us the message on the tires. There it is. Go down to conserve. Alright, 1 person ahead of her. And they're pitting now. So there you go. It's almost 4.5 second gap. I mean, we're holding on to it for now, for sure. We'll check the timings here in a second. We're going to have 3 laps left when we cross the line. Yeah, we're good on timings, on the fuel. I mean, unless she crashes, she's got this one in the bag. Or a part fails, but I don't think a part's going to fail in 1 lap left. Wow. Wow. 10-second gap, too. Oh. That's a good way to end a season, right? I mean, pushing. Wow. We're going to go into next season with some really good setups. Assuming we can hold on to her, which we should be able to because she should be happy now winning that race right there. Wow. Actually, do we have enough for her? I think we have her for another year anyway, so I think we're going to hold on to her anyway. I mean, obviously, if she bottoms out or gets really low on stuff, she could try and talk to other people, but it's not like we're going to lose her based on her contract itself. It's unfortunate to lose on the crash, but we still got a, and that is going to hurt our point total for the team, for sure. I mean that's bad, but you know we're still a really good spot here with her. Honestly, she's within striking distance of first place as a driver, and then the team we're not going to make first place team. So this is definitely not the season that we're going to win the champion the challenge, but I didn't expect it to be. So, but I think we'll be really close to being set up for a win next season, which is crazy. I don't know that I thought we were going to get it that soon. I mean, it's not guaranteed yet, but it's a chance. Please don't crash that game, not after that really good race. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it taking so long? Looks like he's not hurt. How's his fitness? No, his fitness is fine. So he's not hurt at least. He lost a little bit of morale. She gained some. Everything's looking good. Chairman's happy with us though. So not bad. Well, one down, one to go, and that's it for the second season of this league. They're up top with Wilson behind. Oh, practice. Okay, I was like, what? I mean, Ashley's better, quite frankly. For now. I mean, maybe not forever, but for now. All right. How are we looking? Oh, we got 2 people burnt out now. Oof. All right. Well, let's see what the mistake percentages look like. So we've got a 1.4, 1.3, a 1, another 1.3, and then a 1.1. Oh, there's another 1. Got a couple ones. Oof. Yeah, mistakes in this last set are going to be pretty tough to deal with. Well, what we can do is now go ahead and get rid of this burnt out person. If we can find somebody we can hire real good. Looks like you're still in there. That's awesome. And honestly, we might go ahead and hire both these people and drop both of those burnt out people. This one's not terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. So let's grab you. We need to go. I wish it told us who was burnt out there. Howard and Tansky. Howard. And then Tansky. Okay. So now we can plug in those zeros into the ones. So now our lowest is, or highest I should say, is 0.9, which is still pretty high, but it is what it is. Okay, so we got 2 20s there. Got an 18 here we can drop down. Got a bunch of 17s for options, so we'll come back to that. Looks like we got a 17 here. No, I mean, I think this is actually going to be as good as it's going to get. So, and then just something for fixing. Token thing for fixing. No, looks good. Good, as good as it's going to get, I guess. He's not too good. No, I don't want to fire him right now. I'd rather he just go on his merry way, to be honest. So I'm going to say no way. Lowers his morale, but I'm just going to keep him until... I just don't want to pay the extra money, quite frankly. Not for a reserve driver. If he was a main driver, yeah, sure, maybe I would have gotten rid of him by now. But for a reserve driver, it just feels crazy to spend $3 million on him. We're looking on improving parts. Still just getting something in here. I think we'll get all of our parts improved from a performance standpoint just before the end of the season, which is good. But if not, we're going to be really close. Got some sponsor objectives. Yeesh. This hurts. These bad sponsor objectives or sponsor things. I mean, this one's going to be about as good as it's going to get, so we'll go with that one. Man, losing that marketability definitely hurts. We did scout a driver. We'll check them here in a second. Railroad factory. Angela. Really good marketability. Not a lot of other stuff though. So just the marketability is the only thing that I would care about for her. want to hold on to her? I really like a lot of what she's got, to be honest, but it's probably worth at least taking a peek around. See what else we can get. I mean, we're making some decent money. I bet we're in a position where we could start, you know, really pushing the envelope on getting this. I mean, look, here's a guy right here, unemployed right now. It's interesting. Lower build times, more reliabilities, additional great component, more reliability, less performance though. It's kind of tough. I mean, it's got some interesting stuff. I don't know that I particularly like him. What's the season we're in? What year are we in? 2027. So go like that, and we'll just go down to the bottom here. I mean, here's some people that are got a lot of potential. They're not there yet. Risk level -1 is kind of interesting. More performance is interesting. I mean, I'm kind of just okay with the person we've got, honestly. That's interesting. I like the extra additional part. The increased reliability is pretty fascinating to come up with. More performance, a little bit less reliability, but we can get that back. Plus 20. I mean, there's some interesting things here. He might not be bad. I mean, I really like her thing, don't get me wrong, with max performance. We've already taken advantage of that at least once. But she is maxed out. He would be, and we're paying her $64,000 per race, whereas he would be, I mean, several $100,000 per race. So I don't know that we want to go that. I mean, I think she's good enough for now still, especially with some. I really like this max performance thing. It's really helped us out a lot. What am I looking for? Sorry, I went to the wrong spot. How much would Callum expect? I mean, maybe not a lot. Oh, it says wages are important. Like, I mean, he's gonna want a lot. So never mind. Never mind on him, I think. I mean, we got to get to the point where we're willing to spend money. Don't get me wrong, but still okay. I'm okay with who we have. Let's just see if we can renew her. How much is she gonna want? They're not very important to her, really. She's got no patience though. We might actually start getting some first place finishes, so we might be paying some of this stuff out. But hey, we get first place. I'm okay with paying her some money. Let's see, that's the bottom. 1, 2, 3. We'll give her, I mean, I don't want to go crazy high, but we'll give her something. She doesn't have a lot of patience, so I don't want to go too low. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Hopefully she at least tells us something. Suppose if we lose out on her, then we can go after one of those other guys. Let's go for it. 10th or above is, I think it's too low. If it was still the 7th or above, I'd stay with it, but let's go for 3rd or above. Why not? And definitely not going to go for the 2nd or above. That's even lower. So let's go with that. I don't think we need to change anything with parts. Everything should be good. And yeah, wow. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, it's been such a good season, honestly. It's crazy, crazy cool. We also got a lot of money saved up for next season too. And we haven't been putting a lot of money aside for the car because I still have that set to minimum right now. But everything else has been, we've got some good parts. We've got a decent amount of money saved up. We might get some more money from this race, which would be awesome. So let's see. Looks like towards the middle. Kind of towards, probably stay where it's at mostly. And then Stay where it's at. Okay. So we're gonna go put you right there. You will go ahead and just put right here on the edge because that's fine. And then the other one will stay where it's at. You go there. Handling, stay where it's at. Speed balance looks good. Not a bad start for her. 95, yeah, I could definitely live with that. I don't know which way we're going to go here. We'll definitely go that way on the speed balance, and we'll do that way on the handling, just to see what happens. It's the wrong direction, we'll find out soon enough. Oh, I'm going to send you out. Whoops. Something like that, maybe. Bringing him back in pretty quickly here. Alright, we'll try that. Gotta bring him back in again. There we go, much better. A little bit more on the downforce. And then a tiny bit more on the speed balance, but we might already have that. It's not going to be easy to get. Can we get it more with this? Not really. Honestly, we may just go with that. Get as close as we can with the downforce up there. No rain today. I think there's supposed to be rain maybe on race day, though. Alright, looks like we can bring her back in. Get a little bit of qualifying, not much. .98, not bad. Can try and squeeze a little bit more out of the speed balance. I don't know, we'll do something. We'll just do a tick. And we'll go qualifying trim. And I guess we'll go mediums. I mean, we could do kind of the same kind of trick here. Do like a token a little bit on the speed balance. Just to see if it does something. We might get one tick here, right? I think so. Yeah. It's at least something. It's only second. But still, not too bad. Raining on qualification day, of course it is. And it's gonna be raining the whole day, so our tire picks were completely, completely useless. At least we got some qualifying. Doesn't really matter. Looks like 97 is as good as it's gonna get. Got you up to 99. Awesome. And yeah, let's go. It's unfortunate, all of our advantages that we're working on for the tires. Not get to use them, but that's alright. Wow, we did bad. Really, really bad in qualifying. Wow. That is not where I expected us to be. Of course, it's raining on race day too. Fun. We raining the whole day? Not necessarily raining the whole day because there's a couple gaps, but it will be wet basically the whole day. So, I mean, race trim for sure. Kind of irrelevant here. You can at least take the intermediates, I guess, and race trim. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. Doing enters. I mean, we'll be swapping to wets towards the end. Okay, let's see. How much do we have to baby these to try and get to the point where you can do the wets at the right time? It's 33 laps. Oof, we're barely going to get to the halfway point. We're going to be coming out on wets a lot sooner than I would have liked. A lot sooner than I would like. Actually, we need 3 pits. Huh. I wonder if we can go slicks in this little gap here in the middle. It's a little crazy, but maybe. Because technically these enters are only good for, you know, a little bit of it. Alright, yeah, we might try that then. What about yours, since you have the longer wear? Does it show up here? Not really. But just presumably we'll get more out of her. Okay. It's interesting. Honestly, not sure how this race is going to turn out. Thankfully, it doesn't really matter that much in the grand scheme of things. But, yeah. Here comes the water. Oh, Wilson. Oh, wow. Keep going, girl. A lot of jamming up here. I think she would have been even further up ahead if she didn't kept getting jammed up there. Not a lot of opportunities for her to pass people, it seems. There we go, 14th. She's really struggling. She just doesn't have the acceleration to really punch past some of these guys. There you go. That's a good pass. Alright, that's a decent pass. Just keep working up there, girl. You got this. What's the temperature like? Really, really cold day, so there's just not going to be a lot of temperature in the tires anyway. Let's drop you down to neutral. Honestly, I'm going to drop you down to conserve, I think. Drop you down to neutral. Let's just see if we can stretch these tires a little bit longer. I'd like to get over that hump there, but it's going to be easier said than done. Based on the wear that we're already seeing. think Liver Sedge is just going to have to go... Oh, is this full safety car? It is full safety car. It's too soon to do our strategy to go to the softer tires. So we're just going to go inners, and then we'll be able to go wets. That's going to be okay. Yeah, we'll pit you. No new fuel. Not yet. Well, no. We wouldn't be able to get enough fuel in there to, yeah, we wouldn't. There we go. So no new fuel. We'll just go with as is, and then, yeah, that's fine. Do I want to pitch you the same? Yeah, we might as well pitch you at the same time. Obviously messing up tires is not good, but it's alright, we'll be alright. I mean, he didn't really drop down much at all, did he? I don't think so. And then she did drop down, but there's a lot of people ahead of her that might have to pit. Actually, attack as well. I mean, the only way we're going to get any spots here, I think, at this point, is to try and gain some in the next pit stop. Really, I don't know. There's just too much bunching up here. I mean, having fresher tires than the people ahead of us, I hope, pays off. We'll see if we start passing any of those guys that have not as good tires. Passed one of them. Oh, passed another one. There we go. Man, she's pushing up through it. 7th. There we go. Keep going, girl. I mean, a lot of these people are going to have to pit here in a bit anyway. Oh, wow. Good boost there. Man, if she can get ahead of all these guys before they pit, I think we're in a really good spot because, yeah, I think they're going to have to pit another time anyway. I think we could stay red for a while, actually, because I mean, we're going to be able to, I think we're going to be okay on these tires. Actually, you may need to go down to neutral. She, I think, can stay. We'll just play safe. We'll go push. We don't have to go crazy here. We're ahead of several people who have already, or who haven't pit yet. Sorry. We're ahead of several people who have already pit. Everybody around us needs to pit, which they just did. Now we're first and second. And everybody's going to have to pit again once we get to the wet. So we kind of have the advantage right now, I think. In fact, you can go down to neutral as well. I think we have the advantage. Because even DeGraff here is going to have to pit here in a second. Now, if these guys all fueled up on their pits, then they might get the advantage back in that context, I guess. How's the conditions? I think we go down to, honestly, let's not go crazy. Let's just settle in. We can push towards that last bit of the race. Just race a good race right now. Wow, 2 people crashed. Alright, once we get the messages that it's wet enough, I think we'll pit Wilson first and then him second. Unless he needs tires earlier, which is fine. In fact, he should be getting the tire message now, and if he doesn't, I think we'll go ahead and pit him on this lap anyway. No message yet. Alright, let's go ahead and pit him. He's going to come out on wets, for sure. And we've got 13 laps left. I think I'm just going to go 14 laps. And just kind of go orange for some of it, yellow for some of it. I think that's going to be okay. Because we'll save a little bit of time of not having to spend time in the pit lane. Alright, we do need to go at least high for this part and push. As soon as we get the message from her about the water, we'll pit her, which may be not this lap, but the one after this. Actually, we probably shouldn't be pushing until we get to the point where we're on the right water quantity. You gonna say something now, or are you gonna wait a little bit longer? Maybe a little bit longer. Alright, we gotta pit her now anyway. So let's go ahead and pit her. 10 laps left. We'll give her 11. Just hope we can go orange for a bit of it. I think we're gonna have to chance it. Go, 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 go. Just drop down a little bit, but everybody else around her is going to have to pit. I think we're just about to be wet enough. Alright, let's start pushing. And high for now. Pushing high. Might actually go attack on the tires. Actually, honestly, she doesn't even need to push it that much. She can just take it easy. Second place is going to have to pit here in a minute. I can't believe second place isn't pitting. Alright, 7 laps remaining. We can stay orange. I think we I don't think we can go past push on the tires, actually. He's actually dropping pretty low on his tire wear. Six laps remaining. Alright, we can go overtake for just a couple laps here. I think she's got it in the bag, though. 5 laps. Stay overtook just a little bit longer. I mean, yeah, we can attack a bit. Guess we'll at least go high and push. Just get some temperature back in the tires. Four laps. Okay, back down to orange. Probably neutral here. He's getting low on his tires. Although, actually, wets can go pretty low. So. I don't think he's... Although, if he's not gaining time on 5th, then I don't know if it matters. He's gaining a little bit of time, maybe. Oh, hold on, brakes. Hold on. Honestly, we're just going to slow it down. Watch this if this gets low, but I just want to try and see if we can prevent the brakes from going out. If this starts getting down to like sub 5 seconds, we need to go back up and push some more. Alright, you got to go down and conserve. I mean, she's losing ground, but not terribly. No, we're good. There's no way they're catching up 8 seconds, unless she crashes. Wow, back-to-back first places for her. That's insane. And then he moved up to 6. That's a really good finish for him. Wow. That's awesome. Man, if we can carry that momentum into next season's going to be a lot of fun. Not that this season wasn't fun, to be fair. Just, you know, it's always fun winning. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I mean, didn't quite hit second, which is okay. I didn't see her place, though. Did she jump up to first? I don't think she did. Inflated ego. Great. Higher marketability, though, that's huge. And the mechanic relationship's terrible. That means we lose nurse. Ugh. Really with ego? Thankfully, it's not for the entire season. Came in second as a team. Alright, so she did not get first. She wasn't far off, though. 4 points. Not bad. We're coming for you. We are coming for you. Alright, well, there's our save. Yeah, I mean, next episode's just going to be a short one. It's going to be just the off-season stuff. So we'll be back for that next time. That was a lot of fun, though. That was a good season overall. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see what happens here with different drivers. We can have the backup, get a different, maybe see how the staff, the designer looks. If she, you know, likes our contract offer or not. And how much longer do we have on our 2 drivers that we have currently? 25. Yeah, so we got 2 more years on these guys. We're set for quite a while. So we don't even have to worry about that extra pay that she's going to want. So yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.